This week on Silver Screen, we have the scoop on the recent Wi-Fi outages,
take a look at Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy,
and hit the court with the boys basketball team.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, January 13th, and your Silver Screen report starts now.
You may have noticed a recent change in the Wi-Fi networks available on campus. We decided to investigate. Here's Todd Whittington with more.
In the last week, students have been experiencing problems with the Wi-Fi at school.
There was an issue with the connections on the guest network, so they took the guest network itself down to fix those issues. They discovered that the problem was a little bit bigger and had been growing for a while, so they brought in some outside vendors to help us resolve that issue, and it's a district issue, district-wide issue. In that process, they also decided to get rid of an older network that we haven't been using for a while. But the plan is for the guest or a guest type network to come back. It's just that we're waiting on outside vendors to finish the repair.
My understanding is that last week there was something that broke, and I don't know what that is, with the wireless system, and that meant that the guest network was no longer working because it was broken. And so right now they're working on how to repair that.
As of now, the future network configurations are still unclear.
We don't know any information about what, when the guest or a guest type network, when it comes back, what that configuration will be like. We don't anticipate any major issues. I would assume that we could still access things as we have been, but we haven't been told if there's any policy changes related to that network.
Right now, as of this interview on Wednesday, there is currently not a way for students who bring their own devices to access Wi-Fi while on campus, and that's the fix that it is a priority that they're working on.
It doesn't bother me because my phone has unlimited data, so I don't use the Wi-Fi at all.
Students who have their own personal devices are concerned about the current lack of connection.
I can't say what the ultimate result will be. All I can say is what we've been told is that the network is being repaired and the plan is for it to come back up.
Not having Wi-Fi, it's really hard because I can't get on the internet to go to Google Classroom or anything like that. And then I also can't do the vocab and other school work. Because nowadays a lot of our schoolwork is issued around the internet and then I don't have it.
It would limit our schoolwork and how we learn because we won't be able to use the Wi-Fi to access our online documents in Google Drive.
This has been Todd Whittington with your Silver Screen Report.
This Monday, we'll remember Martin Luther King Jr., one of the most important civil rights leaders of our time, and a man who continues to impact our nation. Here's Mia Perry with the details.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy was one that has had a lasting impact on American history.
Martin Luther King Jr., I think his legacy is very obvious. You don't judge somebody by the color of skin, but the quality of their character.
I think it's one of those things that's going to be continuously seen as we move along, but I think what his legacy would have to do with just the legacy of division here in this country. So I'm hoping that his legacy will show that that's healing.
It's important because he was like without him, we probably would it'd still be unequal to me. I feel like sports would be different, school would be different, a lot of things would be different.
Since becoming a federal holiday in 1986, Martin Luther King Day gives Americans an opportunity to celebrate his significance and learn about his place in American history.
I think we all need to reflect on the reason for the day and to celebrate what makes our country great, in the fact that it doesn't matter freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom of the color of your skin, we're all equal.
His whole legacy is what everybody should learn. Everybody should learn this throughout kindergarten and 12th grade because it's a very important time in history.
To be peaceful and to settle your difference the right way and no violence, the peaceful way.
He set a good example for us as young adults to live the right way, treat people the right way, do what you're supposed to do, and get your education he didn't lead us in the wrong way, not for everybody, not just us as colored people, but for everybody.
His impact was very big on us, the way we live. Like, a lot of people really have grown, and we've grown as like one country. Like, everybody doesn't really, I mean, it's small racism nowadays, but I mean, it's not as big as it used to be. I feel like everything's pretty like fair now.
If you're interested in learning more about King in the Civil Rights era, Fisher and Cox have some suggestions.
See the movie Selma. It's incredible, and it's set in 1965 during the Montgomery to Selma march.
There's a movie that just came out that I think is a must-see for everybody, including especially Dutch Fork High School students or all students. That's Hidden Figures. It's about how sometimes people who make a big difference, who we don't even study, like Martin Luther King Jr., behind the scenes, make a huge difference in changing our world to make it a better place.
Join the 4th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day commemoration service at the St. Paul AME Church on Kennerly Road this Monday at 10 a.m. For more information, call 803-447-4426. This has been Mia Perry with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students about what Martin Luther King's legacy means to them.
His legacy to me means, well, some people have hope, particularly African Americans. I'm happy because even though he was killed for what he believed in, his dream didn't really die. He said he had a dream, it came true. And it still lives on.
Because everybody has their own skin tone, and that's good because I want everybody to get along as well as he wanted to get along and as one, because that's what America's all about. So I guess it's a good kind of legacy for me.
Martin Luther King really inspired people to stand up for themselves and be proactive in making a change, and that's really important in my life because I know that I have to make changes and be willing to fight for what I want.
For me, Martin Luther King's legacy means, especially as a person that wants to go into politics and as an African American, unifying the races, obviously, creating more harmony amongst different societies and embracing our differences and realizing that our uniqueness makes us a great society, and the more we embrace our differences, the better we run as a society.
The SAT word of the week is venerate, a verb meaning to regard with respect or to honor. Saturday's winter weather wasn't quite the snowpocalypse we expected. Here's China Wallace with the scoop.
As the snow blew in early Saturday morning, students were reminded of their favorite snow activities.
My favorite thing to do on a snow day would be go play in the snow. I like to, drink some hot cocoa.
Spend time with the neighbors and my family until it ends.
When there's enough, I like to have a snowball fight, but there was not enough.
With snow a rare occurrence in South Carolina, the weather can interrupt everyday life.
Things really shut down when there's a lot of snow because people aren't used to driving on ice and cold things.
Some people may be nervous, some people may be happy, just based on the condition.
A lot of people don't really like this driving in snow, so most people will probably not go to work that day. And school, delayed starts.
Cautious of slick roads, some weekend activities of students were affected.
It made it fun because I probably wasn't going to do anything this weekend anyway.
Not much, just made my dogs a little bit happier.
This has been China Wallace with your Silver Screen Report.
Of the many clubs available at Dutch Fork High School, robotics ventures into the world of bringing together technology and motion. Here's Adam Amick with more.
Gears twisted and motors squeaked last Tuesday at the robotics club meeting. Members of the club share what makes it so special.
So the competition itself, we're trying to launch stars over a fence in order to score points. There's also a cube we can use to score more points. Our goals for the year are we've made it to state competition. We're hoping to qualify for Worlds.
Robotics Club is a club that's based on mechanical design. So we go to different competitions and we build a robot for the same competition throughout. And you kind of just have to work on the robot. And you also have to do something called an engineering notebook, where you kind of write out what you've done over the time as you're working on the robot.
The engineers behind the machines reveal why they enjoy the craft of robot building.
I enjoy robotics because I feel like it's a great way to
meet other people and just have fun while being engaged into something that's part of STEM.
It's really fun, and it's really fun to just put the robot together, kind of troubleshoot it, and just to see it move something that you made, seeing it like drive around, it's really great.
The students share how this club is also helpful with solving real-world problems and other things they face in everyday life.
In this club, we use C++ to program our robot, which is used in a lot of more technical, real-life car plants. They use C++ to program their robots to build cars.
A lot of stuff. You could definitely take like how you built this and how you troubleshooted it. Definitely how the wheels move and how to work with motors and gears too. You could apply in like a real-world situation.
The members believe that the club will help them excel in college and the rest of their lives.
I feel like it would help me a lot in electronics and just seeing how like electronics are a big part of our world today.
It could open up a lot of opportunities to select good colleges because this gives like a lot of background knowledge and strength going into a college, as well as job opportunities. Since you have this kind of thing on your resume, it just shows that you've been through this before, so you have like a better chance of making it as like a mechanical engineer.
This has been Adam Amick with your Silver Screen Report.
The Dutch Fork boys basketball team has been on a hot streak lately. Trey Martin sat down with some of the team.
Last Friday, Dutch Fork picked up a key region win against the Lexington Wildcats. The game was a measuring point for the team.
It's always good to get a region win at home, but it also kind of shows us where we're at as a team. We got a lot to work on defensively. We got a lot of breakdowns on the defensive end, the half court.
Most of us thought that we were better than them, and we just put our game plan together and came out there and got a big W.
So far, the team has played in tournaments such as the Bojangles Bash and Chick-fil-A Classic against quality opponents. The team believes the tough schedule helps them in the long run.
You know, we could play teams and we could blow them out by 20 or 30 points, but that doesn't really show us where we are as a team. And our region's really, really tough, and you know, getting hopefully the playoffs, you know, that's going to be even tougher. So that really helps us transition easily into region play and kind of see where we're at as a team.
This season, the team returns a majority of their players from last season, which has been key to their early success.
Everybody knows like our system, and because we've been playing, you know, varsity basketball, most of us for like 2 to 3 years. So, and we all know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So this helps us come together and be a better team.
They're more in tune this year than they have been in the past. Knowing that this is their last go-around, it's been really good to see them grow up as men now.
Next Tuesday, the basketball teams play rival Irmo at home.
No, they're working their tails off right now, and hopefully we need student body to come out and support us on Tuesday night.
This has been Trey Martin with your Silver Screen Report.
Thanks, Trey. And now for some announcements. Remember that because of Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, there's no school Monday. Second semester classes begin Tuesday, which will be an A day. Check Power School for your second semester schedule. Tap on your teacher's name to see his or her room number. Next Saturday will be an attendance makeup day. Students who need to recover absences from the first semester should sign up in the school's counseling office. Now to Thomas for more.
Thanks, Autumn. The third annual Dutch Fork Be a Fan 5K will take place Saturday, January 28th, with all proceedings benefiting the Dutch Fork High School special needs classes. Visit runhard.org/fan for more information and to register. And congratulations to the Clemson Tigers for winning the national championship for the first time since 1981. Thanks for watching. Because of Monday's holiday, we won't have a show next week. We'll see you again January 27th.